aggravates as whether inflammatory options like PRP are usually not strong enough and cause too much downtime. These are quite common in NFL players. Whatever the medical staff is doing right now, it is unfortunately not enough. So basically, this medical expert is saying the medical staff suck. Y'all suck in Indy, bro. You're just hot garbage. It ain't working. It ain't working. Now, this is
Coach Stephanie White fielded questions about Clark's health status during a recent media session before game time. Her responses regarding daily evaluations mirrored previous statements when Clark missed extended playing time, raising familiar concerns about recovery timelines and availability patterns. Strategic offensive adjustments have drawn criticism for potentially exposing Clark to increased defensive pressure. The implementation of ball movement systems has altered her traditional role, possibly contributing to elevated contact levels and subsequent physical strain throughout games.
Now, this is the play that is in question. I know we watched this earlier, but this is the one that is in question. She was holding it, bro. Kayla Clark knew she was hurt, bro. She knew it. She crying, bro. Just as a father saying this is so just unfortunate, bro. So damn unfortunate, bro.
Medical testing details remained largely confidential when reporters pressed for specifics about diagnostic procedures. White acknowledged that examinations had occurred while maintaining uncertainty about weekend participation decisions. Her communication style shifted noticeably during these exchanges, with observable changes in engagement patterns suggesting sensitivity around disclosure. The affected areas encompass multiple lower extremity muscle systems, creating interconnected rehabilitation challenges. White explained how groin, quadriceps, and hamstring complications often overlap, requiring comprehensive treatment approaches rather than isolated therapeutic interventions.
Unfortunate, bro. So damn unfortunate, bro. So he's saying, the doctor's saying that they suck. The medical staff suck. He says right here. And so let's pull up this doctor. Medical doctor, PRP Stem Cell Sports Family Board certified. So he is a legit doctor, bro. He is a legit doctor, bro.
Distinguishing between recurring issues and fresh problems becomes complex given the anatomical connections between affected muscle groups. The coaching staff prioritizes thorough recovery protocols over accelerated return schedules, emphasizing sustainable health management practices. White deflected responsibility for weekend event participation, indicating that Clark's personal medical team would determine involvement levels independently. This response strategy appeared designed to separate organizational decision-making from potentially controversial choices regarding high-profile appearances.
He let it be known, dog. They suck. The medical staff suck, bro. This is horrible, bro. Someone tell Feed the players aren't kidding. I'm kind of starting to wish, man. Kaylin would have just waited to come back to All-Star game. You know what I'm saying? At this point, like,
defensive strategies employed by opposing teams have created sustained physical contact throughout game situations. White acknowledged that continuous pressure affects biomechanical efficiency, loading patterns, and overall movement quality. Extended exposure to aggressive tactics accumulates stress that may contribute to various physical complications. Officials' enforcement of contact rules emerge as a significant discussion point. While isolating specific causal factors proves difficult, the cumulative impact of physical defensive approaches represents a considerable element in player welfare assessments and injury prevention strategies.
Point, like, she hella hurt right now. The All-Star game is in what, 3-4 days? She's supposed to be participating in the 3-point contest. Doubt if that's going to happen. She's probably going to need a replacement. Came back too soon. Growing pools usually take months. This is just an ugly situation, man. That's the hood at the stop. I don't know, man. It's just so much stuff going on within this league.
Team preparation adjustments reflect ongoing frustration with recurring availability issues. Coaching staff must repeatedly modify rotations and tactical approaches, disrupting continuity and hindering collective development processes across multiple games and practice sessions. Magnetic resonance imaging provided additional diagnostic information about Clark's condition, though specific findings remained undisclosed publicly. The testing timeline corresponded with definitive unavailability announcements for that evening's competition. Economic considerations surrounding Clark's absences went unaddressed directly, despite speculation about revenue implications and consumer expectations. Public communication strategies regarding injury timelines and transparency became subjects of broader organizational evaluation and criticism.
Oh, man, there's just so much stuff going on within this league. Somebody said she came. I don't think she came back too. So she was out 2 weeks. And then we got to remember she was out, what's that, a month? She was out for a whole month before those 2 weeks. Caitlin Clark, John, and all of the chat, have a great night. Shout out to you, Jules. I doubt of Caitlin Clark. I don't know, man. I don't know if she playoff server. I just yes.
White's nonverbal communication patterns suggested tension between information sharing and strategic messaging management. Difficulty maintaining consistent eye contact during specific question sequences indicated discomfort with interrogation processes and disclosure expectations. Conservative injury management philosophies emphasize gradual progression and multiple readiness confirmations before competitive returns. This cautious methodology aims to prevent regression while maintaining extended career sustainability and performance capacity. Lower extremity injury interconnectedness highlights rehabilitation complexity in elite athletic environments. Relationships between groin, quadriceps, and hamstring complications frequently create cascading effects that extend recovery periods beyond initial projections.
Yes. I don't know what this is. I'm going to call you on the league. Oh, this is Caitlin responding. Caitlin threatened to call the league on the ref. He must have, bro. What did dude say to Caitlin? Because that's the same referee from earlier. That's the same referee from earlier.
The media session revealed ongoing tensions between athlete safety, fan expectations, and competitive demands. White's responses indicated internal deliberations about Clark's status while maintaining public messaging focused on incremental daily evaluations. Physical demands placed on Clark through ball handling responsibilities and concentrated defensive attention create distinctive injury risk factors. Accumulated contact exposure across multiple contests represents significant concerns for medical personnel and performance staff. Organizational sensitivity to public criticism about player utilization influenced White's deflection strategies regarding weekend decisions. Emphasis on supporting Clark's personal choices indicated awareness of external pressures and commentary regarding workload management.
Earlier. That's the same referee from earlier. I'm telling you right now. That's the same referee from earlier. So I'm trying to see. So the press conference has not came out yet. Let me see how the Connecticut Sun press conference came out, because I don't believe that one has dropped yet either. Bro, that was so.
The interview concluded with discussions about adaptation strategies and previous experience managing Clark's unavailability. White's frustration with recurring situations became evident through vocal inflection and
50-50 chance Caitlin Clark leaves Indiana after a rookie season. No, after rookie season, after rookie contract is up. Because I have a feeling that with all the restricted free agency and everything, I think they're going to try to get rid of all coring out of the CBA. I don't think coring is going to be a thing. I don't think coring is going to be a thing in the CBA. And obviously, look, you're going to have to core players. And they're going to have to core Aaliyah a year earlier than Caitlin. And if they're scared Aaliyah's going to leave,
Multiple team members participated in ceremonial proceedings. Hull joined Boston and other players in official appearances. Samuelson and Wheeler were also present among documented attendees. The gathering encompassed both all-star selections and standard roster players from the franchise. Clark's absence proved particularly notable given her awkward presence at the previous year's comparable event. Her demeanor and body language previously suggested discomfort with formal celebrity-style gatherings. These structured social environments may conflict with her personality preferences and comfort zones. The timing coincides with challenging collective bargaining discussions, creating league-wide uncertainty. Labor negotiations have proven contentious, with Clark's involvement adding complexity to already difficult proceedings. Progress has been limited, generating additional stress for participants across organizational structures.
Have to court Aaliyah a year earlier than Caitlyn, and if they're scared Aaliyah's going to leave, and if they're like, oh, we want to core and trade Caitlyn, then Aaliyah leaves for nothing, and Caitlyn leaves for nothing. So it's a bit of a weird one. It's a weird situation, but you can see, and this is one of the more important things. You see this right here. You see this right here. This is Caitlyn's agent. This is Caitlyn Clark's agent.
Physical setbacks have dominated Clark's recent months, representing an unusual concentration of health complications. 4 separate incidents within 10 weeks exceed her previous decade's combined injury total. Training camp commenced in April, yet consistent health has not been maintained for any 10-day period since that time. Constant physical problems represent a dramatic departure from her established durability reputation. Recurring setbacks create both physiological and psychological challenges extending beyond typical recovery processes. Mental impacts of repeated injuries prove particularly difficult for athletes unaccustomed to frequent health complications.
Clark's agent. So Caitlyn Clark's agent is involved in, meeting up with, or in this meeting, whatever it is, whether it's a meeting or just a chat, Caitlyn's agent is there. That's her freaking agent. Looks like it. CC to Liberty, CC to New York. Is that Erin Kane, her agent? Wouldn't be mad for her for being in New York. So tomorrow in the CBA, I'll put in a request for a trade. Fever front office have Turner getting.
Clark previously rejected NBA three-point contest participation, preferring her debut appearance to occur in Indiana. This decision demonstrated willingness to decline high-profile opportunities for personally meaningful circumstances. Choosing to skip competition, Constance Curry and other NBA stars showed selective approach to external commitments. Shooting performance has declined substantially, with three-point percentages hovering around 20% this season. This statistical drop coincides with physical struggles and may affect future invitation opportunities. Performance decline adds pressure layers to an already challenging period.
The front office have Turner getting money for not playing and haven't brought on another player. The front office don't make some moves. She's going to be fast as soon as the contract ends. She's going to be gone. I think there's a good chance. I think there's a good chance that Caitlyn Clark is just like, you know what, this isn't for me. This isn't for me. And I don't mean that in a way of being like, oh, they're going to be like, I want to stay in the Midwest. Like, I want to stay in a small town. I don't know.
Potential work stoppage creates additional uncertainty about future competitive opportunities. Failed labor negotiations might prevent WNBA participation until 2027, creating substantial gaps in professional basketball. This possibility adds significance to current decisions about participation and recovery management. Clark's basketball passion remains evident, though interest in peripheral activities appears minimal. Ceremonial and promotional aspects of professional sports seem less appealing than actual competition. Her focus centers on game participation rather than entertainment industry engagement surrounding athletics.
I want to stay in a small town. I don't know. I think this is probably nothing for now. But this reminds me of, the secret Kyrie and Kevin Durant meetings. Tampering I stand behind. There was some sort of taking towns to New York. I have so many mixed feelings about the implications of this when my needle is moving. I think the reality is that it's probably chatting about the CBA meeting tomorrow, and with Erin Kane in there, I think Stu.
Career pressure has intensified dramatically, with expectations reaching unreasonable levels. Social media criticism has doubled compared to previous seasons, creating additional mental strain during already difficult periods. Combined physical setbacks and increased scrutiny create challenging environments for any competitor. Mechanical injury recovery requires extended rehabilitation periods, potentially affecting overseas playing ability during WNBA interruptions. International competition might not be feasible if substantial time is needed. Addressing underlying physical issues, mechanical problem nature suggests more complex solutions than simple rest periods. Alternative league opportunities exist, including playoff-specific contracts and partial season arrangements. However, her preference appears to avoid these options, favoring full commitment to current team obligations. Playing in different competitive formats may not align with her basketball philosophy.
Stewie is like, it is mostly a CBA chat, and obviously Sandy Brondolo is there as well. We taken her talents to the Big Apple. Caitlin Clark, you are a New York Liberty. She never smiled like that in front of Kelly and Amber. Like, I think with everything with Caitlin Clark, because like New York are getting they're getting their new facility. And I think she's probably looking at it and like, man, I'm cool averaging 15 a game, just getting a bunch of assists.
Mental recovery aspects may prove more challenging than physical rehabilitation processes. Adjusting to frequent injuries after years of durability creates psychological obstacles extending beyond typical healing timelines. Mental preparation becomes crucial when addressing unprecedented physical setbacks.
Man, I'm cool averaging 15 a game, just getting a bunch of assists. She's eyeing the Liberty. That is her agent currently. Recruitment starts now. The front office better step up. Caitlin Stewie, I tried to trade for you in the All-Star draft. Not wrong. Not wrong. I tried to trade for you, but I just couldn't give up Aaliyah. Can't believe I'm going to be a Liberty fan 2028. Pulling a Sylvia Fells, demanding a trade so we can be free of Kelly and Amber. Like, rather travel to New York for a Caitlin Clark game than Indiana. I mean,
Clark's Saturday All-Star game attendance remains expected, as she will guide Team Clark alongside Brondello. Commitment to actual competitive weekend aspects appears solid, despite skipping social components. The coaching role represents basketball-focused elements she seems to prefer. Broader expectations that she should single-handedly elevate the entire league.
Works for a Caitlin Clark game than Indiana. I mean, I'm going to be only for... I mean, you know what? Yeah, I'll be gladly able to go to New York by the time that happens. I'll be almost certainly able to go to America next year. To America next year. When everything dies down, I'll be well able to go to America next year. If not, I'll go courtside in Toronto. It is what it is. But like, you can just see here, like, New York Center.
Taking necessary time for physical and mental recovery represents reasonable approaches to managing current challenges. Prioritizing long-term health over short-term appearances demonstrates mature decision-making about career sustainability. Choosing to focus on essential commitments while avoiding optional events shows practical thinking about energy allocation during difficult periods.